Hello everyone, welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host Liam, aka Himvar, and today it's Liam's Leapings number 64, my weekly updates. Sorry, my wife is playing with my hair, and I just kind of left it there. Um, it's been a couple weeks, but I'm going to have a short update for you because I've read very, very little in the last couple weeks, okay? So I don't know if you saw the community posts. We had our son who's born on the 12th. And then last week, I started a job recently as well, for those unaware, full-time job. They've been taking it out of me. They're 12-hour shifts. And so I worked today and I worked last Friday and I'll work again tomorrow and I worked the day after Friday last week. So um, I'm tired, but I have gotten some reading in, so I thought I'd let you know on that. So I've read a little bit the Cult Detective Magazine issue 10 still haven't finished it. I've read more of the Twilight of the Gods by Scott. I've been really enjoying it. Haven't finished it. I did finish Murtagh by Christopher Paolini. I put a review up for that. I read more of Rogue's Hour, it's right here, by Scott Siensen. It's an EverQuest book. Enjoying that, but again, I haven't finished it. I'm like a third of the way through, maybe. I read a little bit more of the Dealings of Daniel Keswick. I didn't even finish it, even though I needed it for my essay. And that was another thing that was taking up a ton of my time. On Sunday, my essay was due, for like my final essay for my class this semester, and so that was way more focused than my reading, essentially. And with the newborn baby, a job that essay and the new job that essay and a newborn baby has basically just skewered my reading. But I did read a little bit of Red Nails as well. I'm almost done with that. I thought I'd have it finished. I'm reading it in Blood of the Serpent because I don't have the third Conan volume, but I wanted to read more Conan. And so Red Nails, which is the last in the third Conan volume, I'm reading. So I'm skipping a few stories, but then I finished The Wormwing Horde by David Farland, which I don't have a copy of. I don't have a copies of book 7 and 8. This book 7 of The Rune Lords. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to finish the series, I guess, or finish the arc. We'll see if there's ever a book 9 that comes out. And then I am also reading Realms of the Underdark. I'm not sure who edited it, but it's Forgotten Realms Anthology. Probably, what's that guy's name? Thompson? Brian Thompson? I'm reading it because the first story, and it's actually a Driss story, and it's not written by Driss, and that kind of will be pertinent to hopefully the Wednesday video I have coming up. I did do a video over the Big Book of Cyberpunk with Tim. I haven't started part 3 yet, so again, I've read so very little. It's a little frustrating to me, generally, since I read a lot more normally. I did get one book, first book I've read in a while. It is Alien Flesh by Seabury Quinn. He's like the fourth wheel, I call him, of Weird Tales. There's Clark Ashton Smith, H.P. Lovecraft, and Robbie Howard, which are really good and popular and Weird Tales. And there's Seabury Quinn, who did mostly occult detective stuff. And I hadn't read anything by him, and so he's just mostly known for that occult detective stuff. This novel I mostly got it because it was a collectible. And I like collectible stuff. Came out after he died. There's only like 1,500 copies or something like that. And it has an interesting, I honestly feel like it's going to be terrible. Just to be honest, I think it's going to be a terrible book because it essentially is about a man by some oriental magic being transferred into some girl's body, like a teenage girl or whatever. And it's like apparently sexually explicit or something like that. I don't know. So I'm not even sure I'll ever read it at all. That idea is actually, now it sounds inherently bad and like it probably couldn't be done well. When I read Beyond Rejection by Justin Lieber, it was done really well actually, and that's about a guy who dies, and when it's sci-fi, and when he gets a new body, it's a woman's body, and so that was interesting. But I think Leiber is probably a good person for that. Justin Leiber being the son of Fritz Leiber, and he was a philosopher, and so it's a philosophical book, right? Just disguised as sci-fi, and I thought it worked really well. This will probably not, if I were just guess. So who knows if I'll actually ever read it. But anyways, I think that's the only book I got. Again, I did a bunch of stuff for my essay. I'm so glad that's over with. But I want to get more reading done. I'm looking forward. I just have so little time, that new job. It's not just a new job. I work 12-hour shifts. And so, I wake up before my kids are awake, or at least my girls. and then I come home, and then they go to bed almost immediately, maybe like an hour, um, right? And so I don't get much time with them, and then I don't get much time with my wife or the kiddo, the new one, on days I work. So those things come first before my reading on those days. But hopefully the weekends I can learn to make the weekends productive. So we shall see about that, I guess. But yeah, not a very long weekly update this time. Oh, I did read 2 short stories as well. Let me mention those. Richmond, late September 1849 by Leiber. It's about Edgar Allan Poe. It's a pretty interesting one. Late September, he died early October, for those unaware of that year. And then The House of Mrs. Delgado by Leiber, which does a fun thing. It's really short, where it's like, is he talking about a person or is he talking about cats? It's confirmed at the end of the story, but like he does a good job of like kind of leaving you guessing throughout the story. So, yeah. Anyways, I enjoyed that story. Both of these stories actually, they're both rather short too. The latter being considerably short, but anyways, yeah. What have y'all been up to? I realize my camera angle is pretty terrible, but it's fine, whatever. Hope y'all are okay. Hope y'all have been doing good, have been productive in some way, shape, or form. It's nice to have a job. It is. I like the people. I'm not sure so much how much I care for the work itself, or for the pay, but I can survive, I guess. It's not what I want to do for work by any means, though. We will see if that can eventually happen. I do stuff that I want to do, but most of it I don't get paid for. So it'd be nice to get paid for it one of these days. But anyways, it's interesting. Like I didn't want to disparage the fact that it's working in a factory, I guess, from a couple weeks ago. It's more of the fact that like I don't really want to, because I don't really like physical labor like that much. I've worked that stuff for years, and I just don't enjoy it. That's part of the reason. I was like, I want to go get a degree, so I don't have to do this stuff, and then I get a degree, and I still have to do this stuff. So that's the frustrating part. My grandpa actually worked in a factory for 50 years, so like I'm not. It's not like, oh, this is terrible. That's very unromantic, I can tell you that. But yeah, but it's just, it is what it is. Like I said, I really like people, which is nice. That's good. Makes it bearable. So, anyways, it's good to be blessed. Oh, and it was Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm thankful for my job and my family and yada, yada, yada. And anyone who watches these videos, thanks.